911, what's your emergency?
There are two men in my apartment. They're dressed as police officers.
Imagine this, a quiet evening at home, when suddenly there's a loud knock at the door. Two men stand outside, dressed as police officers. They flash badges, they speak with authority, and they ask to come inside. But what happens next will shock you. If you like true crime-inspired stories like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment so you never miss the next one. Now, let's get into today's story. It was around 8:30 in the evening when Sarah, a 24-year-old college student, was home alone. She had just settled in with a cup of tea and a book when she heard an unexpected knock at the door. Looking through the peephole, she saw two uniformed men. One of them held up a badge and said, "Police, ma'am. We need to speak with you." Confused and nervous, Sarah opened the door slightly. The men pushed it open and walked right in. They started asking strange questions, looking around her living room, and demanding to know if she lived alone. At first, Sarah thought it was some kind of investigation, but soon, the men's behavior changed. Their tone became aggressive. Their eyes scanned her apartment in a way that didn't feel professional. One of them smirked, leaning uncomfortably close to her. Sarah's gut told her something was terribly wrong. She tried to stay calm. "Can I see a warrant?" she asked, her voice trembling. One of the men laughed. "We don't need one. We're the police." That's when Sarah realized these weren't real officers. Her heart raced as fear gripped her. But instead of panicking, she excused herself, saying she needed to get a glass of water. Quietly, she slipped into the kitchen and dialed 911. "This is Sarah Miller," she whispered. "Two police officers are in my home. I don't think they're real." The dispatcher immediately responded, "Stay calm, ma'am. Real officers are on the way. And for your safety, lock yourself in a room if you can." Sarah rushed to her bedroom and locked the door, clutching the phone. Outside, she could hear the men moving around, opening drawers, searching for valuables. One of them banged on her door, shouting for her to open it. Minutes later, sirens blared outside. The fake officers panicked. They bolted out of the apartment, but by then it was too late. The real police were already there, waiting. After a brief chase, the imposters were caught. It turned out, these men had been targeting women living alone. They dressed as police officers to gain trust, then used that disguise to rob and harass their victims. Sarah's quick thinking and courage not only saved her, but also stopped these criminals from hurting more people. Stories like this remind us that danger sometimes comes in disguise. Always trust your instincts. And remember, real police will never refuse to show proper identification or a warrant. If you find this kind of real-life story interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment so we can bring you more stories just like this.